Hi, I'm Cathy Doe. I'm Irukandji and I work in the RMIT University Library.
Hi, I'm Amy Clarke. I work in RMIT University Library. We're just here to talk today about the Indigenous Literacy Foundation and the Great Book Swap fundraiser that we've done for them this year. So, Cathy, can you talk to us a little bit more about what the Indigenous Literacy Foundation does?
Yeah, sure. So, they do lots of different things, but I guess the most important one for me is the translation of books back into Aboriginal or Indigenous languages for particular areas in remote communities. So I think back to when I was growing up and I was adopted, so all of my, I've only ever spoken English. And so I also didn't have that many books about Aboriginal people at all either. So the idea of kids being able to grow up these days and be able to see a written book the same way that we would, the exact same books that I would have had on my bookshelf at home when I was a kid, and be able to read those in their own language is amazing.
Yeah.
You just cannot underestimate how important that is. And especially when you don't have access to it in the first place. So that was one of the big things for me. But of course, the Indigenous Literacy Foundation, the more work they do, the more opportunity there is to do more too, right? They help communities publish books as well. So that's a big part of their work too. But the main one for me is the translation and having those books on the ground in community. It aligns perfectly with the library, obviously. The work that they do on building literacy for kids as well. It's not just being able to read the book, it is building your literacy skills.
Yeah.
And like we were discussing before, the importance of having that access to that knowledge or as part of early learning is vitally important.
Yeah. And if kids don't see themselves in books, they're going to be less interested in it eventually, It's all fun to read about animals and stuff like that when you're a little kid, but eventually you want to read about kids that are like you and going through the same situations that you're going through as a child.
And stories that are important to you on your country.
Yeah. Familiar stories.
Yeah, and to see it published.
Yeah.
Your friends have the same book.
Yeah.
Pass that down to kids in the community later on. And they're only doing more and more. So I think that's an important part of it too. That's why the fundraising is so important, right?
Yeah, so I'm really excited. We've raised over $6,300 so far.
Amazing.
Through the sales stalls, direct donations, and also the auction. Which is amazing. It's the most we've raised so far as I'm aware, from just the sales of books.
Yeah.
And
what sort of numbers does that equate to?
So that's more than 630 new books that the ILF can buy for children in remote communities.
Yeah.
Every $10 goes towards a new book. And, we're not done yet. We're trying to get one more push in there to really encourage people, especially people who haven't had a chance to get involved yet. Yeah. Really encourage people, even if it's just $5, make a donation, because every little bit counts. And if we all come together and do one more big fundraising push, we're really excited to try to beat our record in fundraising and give as much as we can to the incredible cause of the Indigenous Literacy Foundation.